Let's try this again. Hopefully we are streaming live. Waiting for this to pull up on me. It's not pulling up on my end. Sorry guys, a little technical difficulties. Alright, cool. Finally got this up. Apologize for that. Sorry everybody. Hi Cleaner. Hey Anthony. Hi Captain, how are you guys? Hopefully everybody, if you're just seeing this, go ahead and refresh. You should be able to see that it's pulling up. What is my my thumbnail here, checking this out. I did some changes yesterday and making sure that I've got everything going the way that I want it to. So again, if you are just watching this on replay, make sure you turn the chats on. The chat really helps so you can follow along with what's going on. If you're not already subscribed to the channel, you will be notified when I'm going live. I'm testing out different times, and I've got lots of stuff that I'm going to be doing today. We actually do have a live Titan, which is a very much an oddity for me lately. So we'll be getting some Titan hits for sure. Hey Shire, how are you, buddy? Thanks for checking out the stream, man. Ghazi, how are you? Galina, cool. Riley, see a couple of new names in here. If you guys are new to the stream, let us know that you are new to the stream, and we'll definitely have some fun today. All right, let me pull this up. I think I've got everything kind of the way I want. I'm trying to get these streams to where we're over 100. We're pretty close. I think last stream we eclipsed about 60 were live on the stream, so we're not too far away. Cool, Ghazi. Thanks, man. I'm glad you're checking us out. Hopefully we'll make this worth your while for hanging out with us. That's awesome. All right, so one little tip right off the bat, just so you guys know. Oh, cool. That's awesome. That's awesome, Galena. I appreciate you checking out doing that. Seemed a little new into this. That's great that you've got the chance to be commenting and stuff. Even better that it's on work time. Yes, lady, not so new. Thanks for stopping in. What I was telling you guys, little trick that I did. I want to show you guys actually my base, because this is kind of important, and the way I have it set up this way for a specific reason. What I was doing is I realized that I was missing out on some of my mystic visions, or I was letting the time lapse because it goes on intervals, so of 16 hours. So what I went ahead and did is the most common thing that I'm in my resources is my camps. So I put my camps right next to my mystic vision because I knew that I would always be going in, and it's the most resource that I'm always messing with throughout the day, rather than having like my my farms or my ore or whatever next to it. So it's to ensure, because I'm always checking my camps. So when I check my camps, it's right next to my mystic vision, so I'm not missing out on time. So I would recommend kind of putting your camps near it, because if you're always in it and you're always collecting from it, then it's good. Some people, they have 1 million troops in their camps, so they don't really have to, they have 1 million heroes in their camps, so they don't really have to worry about that. But for me, it works out because I'm always collecting from my camps and leveling up. So, and just so you know, you can move this. If you press and hold on an item, it'll allow you to select an item to switch it with. So if you want to rearrange your whole field, that's how you can rearrange it. So I've got pretty much all my right side is nothing that I collect from except for my tower. So just a little tidbit that I picked up. So hopefully that helps. Um, cool. I'm glad that helped you out a lot for preparation with the event. What's your You know what? Tajir, we have I've thought about that a lot. As mentioned that we have a lot of Alliance Flasks, which you are correct. I would say between all of us, we have probably anywhere from 300 to 500 Alliance Flasks between our 30 members right now. I don't know what it is, but it's a lot. So, suggesting that we have one person go ahead and kill a Titan, trust me, that's on my list. It is on my list. I'm working out a way to do that to where it doesn't cost everybody else Titan hits. But yeah, it would be it'd be pretty sweet. So yeah, cool, Chris. Thanks for checking out the stream, buddy. I appreciate it. Appreciate it a ton. All right. Yeah. Definitely super tempting. Nobody would get hits after. I mean, I want to do it. I think that'd be super fun. Super fun to kill a Titan by myself. Let me. I'm gonna turn this off. Okay, so I gotta use. I'm so close to not wasting. It seems like a waste, but I have a ton of resources to make mana potions right now, and hopefully I'll find a use for them. But other than that, I'm wasting my ham. But once I get my training camp to TC19, my second one to 19, then I'll feel a little bit better about ham, because that's going to cost me a lot of ham to be using. Alright, so I have to go hit this Titan, or this thing's going to die. So that's first on my order of business. I just woke up a few minutes ago. You guys are lucky. I said I would do an 8 a.m. stream, and here I am live on this thing at 8 a.m. And I work for myself, and one of the things that I love is the fact that I don't have an alarm. So I never wake myself up with an alarm except for 2 days a week. On Thursdays and Fridays, I have to set an alarm because I bring my daughter to school. But the rest of the week, I go to bed when I want, and I wake up whenever I want. And I will tell you, it is absolutely the greatest thing about working for yourself. And I set an alarm because I knew that the Titan was going to go ahead and spawn when it was. And I figure we try out a new time slot, because I've kind of been all over the map when I've started these streams, and it doesn't seem to be too much of a difference. We're generally around the same area. I think that if I'm doing it on the weekends, we've been getting the most traffic, but I'm still testing things out to see what works and what doesn't work. So, but I'm a little groggy. If you guys saw, I mean, I was up pretty late talking to some of you that are actually on the stream right now. So I'd be stoked if I can get this Breen to it's gonna finish at level 60, right? Hopefully I can get two more level specials up. It'll be quite annoying if I don't. This is definitely, anybody that's leveled up 3 stars, I give you all the credit in the world, because it is by far the most annoying thing to level up ever. I would have finished so many of these so long ago if I wasn't worried about the special skills. Okay. So I'm going to do one hit first, and then I'm going to do a raid hit and a world hit too. Okay, cool. It's funny because this is like everybody's favorite Titan to hit, and not mine, oddly enough. It is not my favorite Titan to be hitting. If I Jackal, I would love hitting this, but I don't. We're going to use probably a couple time stops. I want to get a decent score today. So going into this, it's been a while since I've done a Titan hit because they've been dead every single time we've gone on live stream. Yeah, you can still level your special skill when your hero is maxed. You can do that, but it seems very much like a waste of heroes. I've tried throwing some at him to level the special skill up, and it's quite annoying. I actually have a Sonya at special skill 7 right now, which is really annoying. Yeah. So going into the Titan, right now I want to show you guys, I have all my heroes lined up in a specific order. These aren't just random orders, and this is one of the things that I see that a lot of players make a mess up. They're wondering, I get complaints about Wukong not being that good, because what if the special skills miss? They don't miss. They don't miss if you set it up properly. So I have my stacks of my hero from left to right. First and foremost, I'm going to have Boltest go up. I'm going to have Athena's defense go down. And then I'm going to have the June hits that are going to blind. And then lastly, I'm going to have Wukong. And then I'm going to focus on having my gems actually do most of the damage on the Titan. So a way to not waste time on Titan hits is make sure you set your lineup from left to right. And just know that it's fine if your other heroes go off before Wukong goes off. And usually I'm going to build up my specials so I can fire all at the same time and hopefully have a diamond that I can cascade into Athena's debuff, which will then go ahead and cascade and do a bunch of damage. I'm going to focus, especially in the beginning, I'm going to focus my energies on where the weak spot is, and I'm going to try and build up all of my hero specials to where I can have them all go off. And I'm going to try, and if I can't prioritize the middle, I'm going to prioritize making a gem. And then if I can't prioritize that, gem is first. I'm going to prioritize making a gem. Next up from that is the weak spot. And then next up from that is clearing the most amount of tiles that I can see around the weak spot. Especially if it's like the first time the weak spot has been there, because then I can cascade diamonds into another weak spot. So that's kind of my breakdown of thought process when it comes to Titan hits, and it helps a ton. So, yeah, let me, I'm gonna get into this. Usually, time stops, this is the only Titan that I will use time stops, just because I don't really have any other use for time stops right now. And I made a ton, and they're kind of fun to use. So let's actually, I'm probably gonna need to make small mana potions too. I'll be okay for this. All right. So right off the bat, I'm gonna throw arrows and banners. I'm gonna hit the weak spot. Change. It's actually a good time. Probably gonna just go ahead and do that. Go all the way from left to right. I'm gonna do a time stop and try gonna do that so I can refill there. There we go. And just so you know, guys, I'm not looking at the time at all. I see a lot of people, they get stressed because they're constantly looking at the time. Right now I can see the periph when I've got 10 seconds left. But I don't sit there and I don't get stressed out. I don't look at the time at all. There's no sense in that. You have to keep going. Alright, so I will do my next Titan hit in a second. It bugs me when I'm full on everything. So I might come into my watchtower. I'm going to do a single raid. Check my raid thing. I can do that. That'll refill. Make sure there's nobody down. I revenge everybody. If you guys attack me, feel free to send me the video. I'll probably play it live on the stream. Alright. Making diamonds priority. Before I click this diamond, I've got bolt test that's ready to go off. I'm going to come over here first, clear up those and then now when I use this diamond, I'm not wasting. I see a lot of people waste their diamonds. They get so excited that they made a diamond, so immediately they go off, but you can see I refilled my bolt tusk just by waiting and doing a separate move first. Next I'm going to prioritize, obviously, Albie over there. Kill him out. I'm going to kind of wait around in the left. Refill some of my stuff, clear until that reposit goes down a little bit. It's finally off. $89 health, that's kind of annoying. Hey, XY, sorry, I apologize. I can't pronounce German. You can say your first name, and hopefully I'll remember. I know, right, Chef? You should come raid me. Yeah, oh, Russian, I apologize. I totally meant to say Russian. I have no idea why I said German. I'm sorry. I knew it was Russian for sure. I definitely said German though. Sorry. Again, I got like 5 hours of sleep, so so don't worry, it's one of the moments. You know what's funny is yesterday I obviously posted some new content on the best tanks. And I had to redo so much of it because I just messed up my words, which normally it's okay when I'm doing it live because I can just attribute it to the fact that I'm like concentrating on other things. But I messed up my words quite a bit, so I can't I can't get away with it on videos as much with the pre-recorded content. And it's so crazy too because doing those videos, it took so much more time than to just come on and hang out with you guys for a couple of hours. But I understand the importance of the having the regular content on the channel. And that is true, lady. It's because I do like the Germans so much. That's funny. See you, Chris. Thanks for stopping in. The replay will be available if you want to finish watching the rest of this. Okay, so go in. I'm gonna go to right now. Actually, let me see. You know what I should have done? I should have done Marvola. See, Morlivia. I've always pronounced it Marvola for some reason. Morlovia. I should have done like the last 2 stages of that for you guys, but I cleared that out yesterday. And taking suggestions of teams if you were struggling. That's awesome. I'm great. I'm glad that you enjoy the game. You Russians are doing really really well out there. It looks like there's a lot of content to be watched, also from the Russian players. So, really great job. I've looked at my analytics and quite a few Russians are watching it, right behind the United States. So, yeah, Basilisk, I came on when the Titan was around. I'm glad I set an alarm because this thing is going to be dead in probably like an hour, and it just spawned. So yeah, I got to get Titan loot when I can, apparently, these days. Times are tough. Alright, so I'm reading your question. Which do I think is a better hero for Titan and Raids, Gormek or Lancelot? I think that those are probably... I think that Lancelot is probably closer to, like, having having Boltusk. So do pretty similar stuff. And Gormek is going to be... obviously it has Pile Driver. So in that instance, it depends on what else you have leveled. So you're getting the mana up, as well as the nearby allies get the attack, which I don't have this maxed out, so I don't right off the top know the max out for the nearby allies. I would probably, if you don't have any other pile drivers, I would probably use Gormek over. But Sir Lancelot comes in really, really effectively against Green Titans. So it just depends on who else you have leveled up. 48 goes up to 48? Yeah, I mean 48's pretty high. Yeah, so Boltusk also goes up to 48. But that's all allies. So, I would, it depends on if you have any other pile drivers. If you don't have any other pile drivers, 100% I'd put Gormek in instead. You definitely need a defensive down character in your roster. I have Athena, so Athena's in all of my Titan attacks, as well as Wukong. So I don't really need a lot of the pile drivers because they don't stack. Like I can't stack Athena with pile driver anymore. But Athena does stack with like Falcon because it's got defense down debuff with Falcon. But it's color specific. Yeah, the mana regeneration would definitely be very helpful for sure. Yeah. If you already have a pile driver, I would probably consider it. I haven't messed around with Sir Lancelot. I finally got Sir Lancelot, so it's on my list of things to level up. I just know when other people bring Sir Lancelot in is is typically in against green Titans. So my green Titan is going to probably, I think it's going to be Boltusks, Falcon, Sir Lancelot, Athena, Wukong. Once I get it up. That's a good point, Ghazi. The attack is huge with it too. But I would prioritize having defense down. Yeah. Yeah, Tajir, you definitely need one of those. Either Grim, Gormak, or Tiburtus. If you have any of those three, one of those three should be on your team no matter what. If you don't have Athena, you definitely need an overall general defensive buff down character. Alright, let me go fight this guy. All the way across. Actually, meant to do that. I'm gonna wait for Athena. Reblind. Oh, come on. Attack again. Yeah, you definitely need yeah, Grim's really good. So, yeah. Yeah, so then Sam, I think that you probably need both Gormak and Kirill, Wu, and Sir Lancelot in all the time. I'm fine with having those all in all the time, and then having another character that's color specific. Yep, exactly what Chef said. You fed him to Li Zhu? Yeah, that's a bummer. That's a bummer for sure. I think I actually did the same, to be honest with you. The exact same thing. I had Wukong when I first started. I was like, what the heck is this stupid thing? And then I fed it to Li Zhu. I'm gonna do that just to make sure my guys don't die. I'm gonna wait a little bit. I want that. Hopefully that goes off. Missed. Got him that time. So I did that because I wanted the diamonds to come and hit. So right now, he's got 65 defensive down. And I had Wukong's special up. It's a decent hit. Cool, 52. It's not bad at all, especially because I don't have Jackal. So you can see 3 hits is 121, and I'm still coming in 9th because everybody else is a beast. A lot of them have Jackals, so definitely helps out. Good morning, Hiram. How are you, buddy? Yeah, I'm actually Basilisk. I'm gonna make a video of like things I wish I knew when I first started the game. So I'm definitely gonna make that video for you. And yeah, no problem, Sam. Would you guys actually see the avatar that we have up? That I have up on the left. So the stream I'm doing for Revelate, he has decided to step down from Empires and Puzzles at the moment. So it's kind of an odage to him. We've got his character up because I'm pretty sure nobody else has that avatar, and he had that avatar all the time. So sad to see him go. Yeah, you can see this Titan's gonna die soon. Let's see. Cool. Funny. Hopefully the last person sneaks in there and gets in on it. Pichu does. You're right. Pichu does have it. Yeah, it's so too Tajir. All right. See, this is the reason why I bring in both Curel and Boltusk when I'm raiding, is so that I can get rid of these Z-line debuffs. Hopefully make a red match. Alright, cool. Sam, it really just depends on who you have going in. Like, I mean, you just saw that I only had it really just depends on your playability and how good you are on Titan hits. So, hey Ezekiel, 3 strong colors, it does help. It depends on what those do, okay? So what I mean by that is you always want to have somebody making your attack power go up. You always want to have somebody making the defense go down. And if you're going 3 of the same color, then you're going to want a strong character in that color. And then you're going to want Wukong as well. So that last spot, if you can make it so that the color stack works in that favor, like for instance right now, and then you should have like a specific color defense down, correct. So right now, and then you, where you do the most amount of damage is with tiles. Like a lot of people think that it's the hero specials, but it's actually the tiles themselves. So you have to have kind of all those components. If you can have all those components and you go 3 of the same color, I mean, I've gone 4 of the same color. I've done just one color against Titans, but I had all of the criteria, and that's the biggest thing. You have to have all the criteria. All right, and this thing's dead. I didn't get anything from it. It's okay. I'm American. Alright. We'll go back. We'll do some more of my raids. I changed up my defense last night. Seems to be going pretty good. I used to have both my hells flanking, but I put that hell in the corner, which actually is the worst place for hell, is in the corner, just so you guys know. But I figured it definitely was better than Groot in the corner. So I think a lot of people miss out on the far right. They skip that. So with this setup here, if I have Hell go off even once, the chances of Aslar and Athena going off are pretty high. And the thought process is to have Athena go off and then a couple of turns after that have the Aslar go off. But Athena going off into Aslar is absolutely disgusting. So my hope is if they do concentrate on the right side, then they'll be battling 2 different hells, and then they're going to Aslar into Athena, which is close to game over at the end. So I've definitely won a lot more raids. I lost 3 raids last night, which was kind of frustrating to Chiawar, which Chiawar has an incredible team. I actually was talking about this with the guys. Russian player. Chiawar. This team is great. The only thing that I would probably change is Mush in the right-hand corner. Maybe, but I mean it works well here. I ended up losing, like I would clear out the left side and then I would end up losing to Z-Line going off multiple times. It was pretty gross. And then Z-Line into Mush, because they're fast all on the right side. But I've got, my defense is going to change a little bit. My defense is definitely going to get better here real soon. So I've got, I'm finishing Mariana, which has been Marjana for the longest time in my book, but we call it Mariana, apparently. And then I've got Magni, which I'll be hopefully finishing here real soon too. So having those fast characters is super important. Why is it good that I'm American? It's weird being an American. I feel like either countries like love me for it or they hate me for it. It's so weird. It's so weird. People's like perspectives on things. I'm probably gonna lose this. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna lose this. Good for you, King Moose. Before I fire off, just so you guys know, before I fire off this diamond, I check to see if I can make any other diamonds, and I check to see my hero special, if I can go ahead and match gems to make my hero special before I go off with my diamond. I can't on any of those, so I'm going to go ahead and fire off. I'm going to stop this side. God, Athena into Z-line is disgusting. That is gross. I'm gonna go there. I'll try and kill this. Alright, cool. We did it. I just don't want that going off. That's awesome. Gaius? God, I'm so bad with this. you dislike the orange dude we all got over there. It's funny, it's weird in America, especially when it comes to politics. See, I've always been very neutral with my political thoughts, always, since pretty much I can remember. Reason being is because I don't really like to define myself as one way or another. I like to actually have, like, I guess an objective standpoint as far as how I feel. And by being in the middle, I can kind of, I can have that perspective. Hey, Stefan. Oh, cool. Thanks for checking this out. Tim. Cool. So yeah. People are not too fond of our president right now. I would say that he is under the most scrutiny that any other president has ever faced. And I would say a huge part of that has to do with social media, which is a very interesting thing. Every single thing that he does is under that, and then he puts everything out on social media, which is the stupidest thing I've ever thought in my life. But definitely faces a lot more scrutiny, or is under a lot more pressure to face scrutiny, because so much information is available that wasn't available even, when our former president was around. So yeah, definitely he makes life interesting. I don't know. It's so funny. I've never seen so many relationships get ruined on the president, because it's like, if you support him, then you hate him. If you don't support him, they hate you. There's so much, like right now, the polarity between the country of, like, people not liking other people just based on their political, like thoughts is so huge. I've never seen it. Like friendships have been completely ruined over the president. And I look at it, I'm like, all right, well, like there's only so much that the president actually affects my day-to-day life, if that makes sense. Like I'm worried about me. I'm worried about what I'm doing. Like the president isn't going to save me. And it doesn't matter who the elected official is, they're not going to save me. So why get so worked up on it when I control my own future, I control my own thing, and I do my very best of controlling me. And I think that so many times people just want like some political like hero to like save your life, and I'm just like, it just doesn't really work that way. Like it doesn't matter. Like get right with yourself. So, yeah. They cancel each other out, Stefan. So they ask if you have two debuffers like Gormak and Tiburtus, they cancel each other out. Now, when they don't cancel each other out is when you have color specific defense debuffers. So, for instance, Falcon, Panther, or Jackal. If you also add a defense debuff, those are the only times that it stacks. Yeah, he definitely did win because of social media. Well, he won because of his polarity. That was the biggest thing. It was like the polarity of who he is as a person, um, is what caused all of the attention from social media. And there's that whole saying, bad press is still good press, and that's what he won off of. It's crazy. Hey, Ophelia, how are you? Um, yeah, so it's a very interesting thing, even just to look at it from perspective, and it's way more interesting. It's interesting to me to see the amount of people in other countries that are also um, fixated on the fact of Donald Trump. You know what I mean? It's crazy to me. It's like a household name known everywhere. Whereas I would say for the most part, we are not, as Americans, we are not up to date on other political figures. Is unfortunately the case. I mean, I would say the average American is not up to date on affairs that are not American related. I'd say except for like Russia's been big for us lately, that they've been following, or that I would say like the general populace has been concerned, or I shouldn't say concerned, but has been, I guess, aware of it. But when it comes to other like leaders, it's not a huge thing. But I've noticed that a lot of American politics is around the world. All right, let's see. All right, so I'll do this is my team against Guinevere, which Sungayu has always had an um, incredible defense. Great player, great player. Has always been a great player, actually. But we're gonna hope to melt old Miss Guinevere. Didn't really like what that gave me. Um, I've got purples all except like the area that I want them to be in. All right, let's just do it. It only takes 4 purple gems to take out Guinevere. It's not end of the world if she goes off one time. She just can't keep going off. I'm probably going to lose this. Would have been nice if he would have died. All right. Come on, I need to get lucky. That's not what I wanted. Yeah, Guinevere stayed alive way too much. We'll rematch it, though. Come back in a little bit. Alright, let's go. Cyprus for the holidays? Is that a pumpkin? Shut down my plane. It's a real problem. Speaking Russian. Do we need to be? Did we? Oh, I didn't see. I didn't see who we matched. Did we match HHR? That's cool. Hey, Torturous. I see. That's the thing. It's like. It's so interesting. Media to me is so interesting because it totally just shifts your like perspective. Hey D2, I see that you just joined one of our sister alliances, which is awesome. Good for you. But it's so interesting to see how much media impacts our thoughts and our perspectives on things, and then you get to the point where you just question everything. You don't even know what's real. You don't even know what's fake and what's real, and there's so much information that is so polarizing and different, and you don't know what to think. That's why it's like I don't even know where to begin. You know, it's so bad. And that's why I've always kind of felt like it doesn't matter who's in the office. Like there's somebody else who's controlling it, who's controlling what's actually going to happen. Like it doesn't matter. Like I'm it sounds terrible like I'm one person, but the problem is even if I was into the political spectrum of it, then I could be brainwashed into having something completely that is not right just because of somebody else's perspectives on it. So I don't even know what their perspectives are coming from, even if I was like the informed person that was going ahead and making a change for XYZ. I'm going based off of other people's perspectives in that could have been brainwashed. It's weird. I'm like, I don't know. That's why my political affiliation, I don't vote, especially when it comes to the president and stuff like that, which sounds like a very, I don't know, arrogant American perspective, I guess. I should be very grateful for the fact that I can vote, but times like these, they show that, you have to kind of focus on yourself and make the best of it. 12-9 is what I would consider kind of like a great place. It's not a great place for one specific thing. It's just an all-around good place, if that makes sense. It's very much just, it's got a lot of good stuff, but it's not all individual, if that makes sense. It used to be better. 12-9 was ridiculous, and I'm starting to think which is weird. I'm starting to think that they put different levels on like rotation of just having ridiculous loot. So but lately I've been getting a lot of backpacks from here. Like I did runs and I got like in like 3 runs I got 9 backpacks. Yeah, see, I got 2 backpacks on this. It's got leather strips, crude iron. It's just a good kind of catch-all. Plus it has like it has my bones and my my nuggets. Yeah, I'll probably stay away from the political talk. I've never seen the chat get so quiet. They're like, I don't want to offend somebody. Right? That's how I feel. I wake up every single day and I'm like, I'm pretty sure I'm going to lose a friend today if I talk about anything politically related. Like, it's so weird. Everybody became like racist overnight. It's like crazy. It's so crazy out here. What other questions you guys got? Especially when I'm farming, this is a good time to ask questions because I'm just kind of hanging out. Yeah, torturous. I don't know. I'm trying out different times. You know what I mean? I'm trying to keep things spicy and interesting in the live stream life. Um, Honestly, the only reason why I did it is because it was the only time that I knew that I would wake up and I would have a Titan that was still alive. Because we're gonna start getting into some really awkward times. I think like 3 o'clock in the morning is the next time that our Titan is gonna spawn. So I want to make sure that I gave you guys Titan hits because I think the last 2 streams I've actually missed out on my Titan hits. If anybody is actually interested in potentially joining us, I'd recommend joining our Discord chat. If you join our Discord channel, which it should be in the link in the description of this video, you join the Discord channel. I believe it's 7ddgaming.discord.com, something like that. You can go to the website. It's 7ddgaming.com. To the right, you'll see our Discord channel there. Sign up for our Discord, introduce yourself, mention that you're interested in joining a sister alliance, and then we can go from there. These streams have been really, really actually impacting to like our development, because I'll let you guys know, being in 7 Days Departed, if any of you guys are leaders or help out with recruiting, it never ends, guys. It never ends for us. I mean, I will say that a lot of our recruits come from, from people knowing us and stuff like that, so it does make recruiting a little bit easier. But I always have to have people lined up in the future because like life happens. Like, I'm managing 30 people's lives that all have real life things to do, and we're playing at the highest level that you can in this game, and things change. So if you think that suddenly it gets to the point where you stop recruiting, it literally never happens. Never happens. But we have had people join our sister alliances from here, so definitely don't discount that. Yeah, the surprise factor. It is kind of like that. I tried to I set it up so it was scheduled. Did you guys get notifications that I was going live at this time? Did anybody get notifications for that? Because I tried setting it up. So at 8 a.m. it would show you that I'm going live. You did? Okay. Cool. So I'm glad that at least you did get notification on that. Hiram, make sure you set notifications on for me, and it should tell you when you do it. So you got to turn notifications on, and I'll try, and especially because I've been doing it around Titan hits, so I'll try and let you guys know as soon as I know if when the Titan spawns that it's an okay time for me to go and stream. If it is, then I'll probably stream at that time. So you just received Curl. Is it better level up Grim or Sonya? Ophelio, just go ahead and send me your updated roster and I'll take a look. I don't remember off the top of my head. I can let you know when I look at your heroes later. But Curl's really good. I like Curl a lot, especially for Alliance Wars. Curl and Bolt Tusk are the MVPs, guys. If you have multiple of those, I recommend leveling them up. I'm probably going to have, when it's all said and done, at least three Bolt Tusks, maybe even 4, and at least 3 Curls for Alliance Wars. And that is one thing, like, I knew right off the bat they were going to be incredible for Alliance Wars. So, if you get Curls or Bolt Tusks, make sure you keep multiples of those. I get Curl a lot, actually. For some reason, I've been getting a lot of good 4 stars. Cool. Use 3 Bolt Tusks for Wars and 3 Grim. That's awesome. That's awesome, Basilisk. Good for you, buddy. You like that, Torturous? It's funny. I'm always testing things. I'm always seeing, what works and what doesn't work. So if you notice, if you watch the first tank video with the regular heroes, you'll see it has more of the humorous thing, and it's got the subscribe. And then I definitely toned it back on the second one. So I'm looking at analytics and I'm trying to figure out what works. Yeah, it was like subliminal subscribe messages. Yeah, it was like I heard either way. I feel like either people hated it or liked it, and either way, if they hate or like it, it's always good. So we'll see. But I wanted to just kind of joke around with it. I thought it was funny. Getting a lot of Carols, yeah. Carols, they're floating around. They're not a bad one to get a bunch of. It's funny. I have to start working on a second Grim. I mean, I do have Athena and Grim, so they're kind of in that same boat. But I have quite a few blue heroes, but I think I'm probably gonna focus more on my healers right now, because I need more healers. Thanks, Torturous. I appreciate that. You have neither? Yeah, I would recommend I'd recommend trying to get them, or get at least excited if you do find them. For Alliance Wars, you have to have healers. Healers are so huge, so big. All right, let's fill this up. See, I got from that I got 7 backpacks, which is pretty decent. I didn't have any backpacks when I started. I should have definitely used I meant to. I goofed. I meant to do my chest up there. How many watch hours does my channel have since doing my live stream? Quite a bit. And you guys are usually pretty engaged, which is pretty cool. The replays don't get as much action, but Like, I'm looking at the analytics. It was like 212,000. Oh, I think it's 160,000 hours of watch time on my content, which I needed 40 to qualify for, or 40,000. 4,000, sorry, it's 16th. I don't know. For God's sakes, I'm gonna stop guessing and I'm just gonna pull it up. Give me a second. Hold on. I'm gonna go away from the chat for a second. All right. Get into my watch time in minutes. Usually I pull this up on my phone, but if I do that, it's gonna kind of mess everything up. If I mess around and I go into different programs on my phone, I have a potential of messing everything up. So right now I have 722,000 watch time minutes, lifetime. So if I divide that by 60, I have 12,000 hours of viewed content, to answer your question. Which is pretty cool. All right. What do I play on? So Tajir, I have DCU Recorder Live. So if you see that DU Recorder Live, sorry, it's DU Recorder Live. This is for Apple phone. It's a lot easier to do on Android. And then I have my computer, my laptop up that is displaying the chat. So that's how I do it. Now, I was considering going ahead and streaming my phone to my computer and then streaming it all from my computer. I tried to check it out, but the quality wasn't that great. So when I have to do streaming, I have to be near my computer as well as on my phone, and I pretty much just hang out on my phone and I just follow the chat, kind of the same way that you guys are following the chat, but I'm in my my actual YouTube, so I can see it that way. So you have Regard and Sabina and Hawkmoon. Yeah, that helps. Naive. The great thing about Alliance Wars is that everybody kind of fits their purpose and their role. Like for instance, right now I have to, like, my role is pretty much always trying for one shots, and then we have some other of our alliance members that have like either like 3 or 4 really strong teams, but then they save the last 2 hits for like cleanup hits, and it helps out a ton. So the cool thing about Alliance Wars is everybody kind of has a little bit of a role, and everybody all works together, which is really cool. Hey Kaif, how are you? Yeah, Basilisk Guy, run chat on my computer. I'm trying, like I said, trying to figure out the best way on this to do all this stuff, and like week and a half, 2 weeks into this, so this is just beginning. This is just the start of the fun. All right, we got another raid hit in 6 minutes. I'll probably just go do an 8-7 real quick. Hopefully here soon you guys will have a lot more content, because I heard a little bit of whispers in the ear that they might be having beta come out this weekend. So I'll be streaming the new hero of the month, Alassi. So you guys will be able to see that. Will be definitely with a caution, because they switch things up without telling everything, but at least you'll get a vibe for it. But I'm hoping that we've got some cool new content that we'll be trying out. And the cool thing about beta is that you have unlimited Titan hits as well as unlimited raid hits. So a lot more content you'll be able to see. So Ophelia, with Alliance Wars, when you have a weak team start to beat a new team or finish one off with that is half destroyed, I think that you should dedicate like a couple of hits to trying to kill a team all by yourself, because ultimately what wins Alliance Wars is the most points per flag. So if you can generate more points than the other person per flag, then you're going to win. So you should go ahead and start off with hits that that, like, I would highly recommend when you're attacking, attack teams that you know for sure that you can kill or that you have a good chance of killing. And then if you have, like, I've done plenty of attacks where they were, 3 stars unleveled that I went in and had to use that as a cleanup attack. Might have been 4 stars unleveled, but I had to do that in the past. So, but still I was able to go ahead and generate like 36 flags because I was able to go ahead and clean up a team effectively. So the biggest thing you want to focus on is whenever you attack, try and attack to make sure you kill everything. And that is dictated by what heroes you have left. For the whole alliance, like I said, it's you want to have your people hitting to where they feel confident that they can kill the rest of the heroes. And whether that's just a cleanup to where they're confident that they can kill all of the people in cleanup, or they're confident that they can go ahead and one shot and kill them all. I've seen in some alliances that they have people that are just doing cleanup attacks. But that's perfect. So, the biggest focus is trying to get the most amount of points per flag. So, Torturous, killing the tanks can help. It can help. But I would have you instead try and see which teams you can kill with your teams, instead of just focusing on the tanks. I've seen that strategy with other alliances where they focus on killing the tanks, but the most bang for your buck is going to be, like, even if the team isn't that great, if you know for sure that you can kill it, then I would kill it, because that's the most beneficial to your alliance, because you were able to get, for us, if we kill a team, it's anywhere from like 66 points to 72 points. If you can one shot kill, get into the habit of that, you'll do pretty well. So Tajir, I wouldn't mind it, having the 3 computer streams, the mic and all that kind of stuff like that. I don't see it to be out of the question. I did try. I do have a webcam set up. I do have like a microphone. I can connect directly to like my LAN with my internet. I could be streaming my face while I'm actually streaming. I've considering setting all that kind of stuff up. Um, my concern right now is my computer running everything off my computer. So right now, the only thing that I'm running off my computer is just the chat, because I do have a bit old of a gaming laptop. If I had a PC, it might be better, but I unfortunately don't. So yeah, it's just the cool thing about Alliance Wars is everybody's kind of got their perspective, and they're trying different things, and working on what works. And what I found, what works for 7 Days Departed is not necessarily the norm for other alliances. So find out what works. Have a face to go with the voice. I know, right? Said I've been working on potentially doing it. Maybe I'll mess with it. I spent about 3 hours the other day trying to get it set up to where it's on. I'm getting my phone displayed on my computer and doing that. So maybe this week I'll mess with it some more to see if I can get my face up and stuff like that. And then then I would probably have to set up like green screen behind me or whatever and move stuff around. Once I finish getting my application for monetization through YouTube, I think that'll probably help, because I'll have a better perspective of things. Yeah, Tajir, I'm kind of at the point now to where I want the stream to support itself, because I've spent quite a few hours on this, and even like donations, nobody's really been helping out with donations. I don't know. Then again, admittedly, I haven't like pushed it, but I already invest a lot of time into this game. And then I'm kind of at the point now to where I would much rather like it invest into me, and me just kind of like help everybody instead of me like really like investing a ton of money into it. So would be nice if at least the stream supported itself. It's just not at that point. And maybe as I go down the line and do more streams and get more people and stuff like that, then it'll become a factor to where I can start investing money back into it. But right now I'm definitely running at a deficit for sure. So both, you should weaken the tanks and finish the teams. It's up to you. I mean, like I said, our strategy, we just played Crystal Palace for the third time, and we were able to reset them 4 times. So we were able to kill all of their teams 4 times on our last Alliance War. So we've gotten pretty good at one-shotting rather than focus, because everything is points per flag. Yeah, there are teams who only put 1 hero defense, you gain like 4 points for killing it. Yeah, that strategy will work if only a couple of people go ahead and put up silly hero defenses. And I would just recommend having the weakest player in your alliance go for those kills. And those, I mean, that's per flag. That's going to be the most points per flag and benefits the whole community. It's all good, Tajir. I've thought about it, for sure. It'd be nice to be able to support, income just hanging out with you guys. That'd be sweet. 11.9 is good for recruits. Cost 4. Yeah, I don't stress recruits a ton. If I do, I would probably most likely just play 8-7. Yeah, we'll see what happens, Shajir. I'm positive that the audience will keep growing for sure, 100%. I mean, even still, I mean, I'm pretty stoked. Like, I'm always over, between 30 to 40 people that are consistently watching the stream throughout, and I think that there's a pretty engaging audience. And it's crazy, if I don't stream now, I start getting messages on Discord and Line. They're like, "Are you gonna stream today? Are you gonna stream today?" And I'm just like, I thought you guys would get bored of me streaming, but apparently everybody kind of wants it like an everyday type of thing. So I think once I look into monetization, figure that out. There's sponsorships, that kind of stuff like that. Then I'll definitely be able to evaluate if it's worth it to be doing it on a much more consistent basis. I mean, I think I streamed, it's probably like my 10th stream or something like that in 2 weeks. I don't know, around that. So it's been pretty frequent, and I'm looking at my analytics as far as the users that I'm gaining and stuff like that. And it's but I also look at it as, Empires and Puzzles, how much growth does that have internally? I would probably only like to stream just this game in general rather than a bunch of other games. So if I can get this game to support itself and have enough people to be watching, then that would be awesome for sure. I think that in general will help grow the game in general, because if somebody sees my stream or whatever, they're like, what the heck is this? And then they download it, then very easily they could, start getting really into the game. I mean, I've read comments from people that are like, thanks, Anchor, I appreciate it. I started watching your videos on YouTube and I've already spent $3,000 on this game in the last 2 weeks. Thanks, I appreciate it. You know what I mean? So, it's funny to me that it's weird that I have such an impact on a game. So, thanks, I appreciate that, Tishir. Yeah, I mean, like I've mentioned in the other streams that, when I first joined the Alliance, it was very much a welcoming, give information, give knowledge, and huge welcoming part in the community. Just even looking at their recruiting and stuff like that. And I've always kind of felt like I had to give back as well, especially when I became a leader. So it's weird to me is that I'm almost the most tenured player in my alliance, which is cool, but also kind of I don't know, kind of a bummer. I think that there's only 2 other people that have been with the alliance longer than me. So, but what I pride myself on is the fact of the amount of players that stay within the community. So once they join 7 Days Departed, it's typically their final home of they're here and they're here to stay type of deal, which is which I think is awesome. Alright, cool. I'm just gonna go kill this whole side. Where's Zero? I don't know. I know, right? It's so weird. Everybody's being nice to me. We need Zero to tell me that, that I smell and that my face stinks and whatever, that my face is a stream. Or whatever he says. Hey, how are you, Nosa? How are you? Yeah, I do enjoy doing the streams. I'll tell you this for sure. I enjoy doing the streams much more than making like regular content for everybody else that just likes watching 5-minute videos and stuff like that. So, those take so much more like planning, and there's like so much more thought out, and it's just like not really my gig. It's I just like coming on here and goofing around and messing with things and hanging out with you guys. I think that part's fun. Yeah, lady. I mean, if you wanna troll on the stream, certainly that position is looking to be filled. I think I'm gonna try and I think I'm gonna just use a raid flask right now, just because I'm at 44th. Might as well just let me see if I can make a push. I usually don't. I don't push in the top of the leaderboard that much. There's people that definitely push harder or care about staying on there. It's not usually too much of a concern for me. Hey Hendrik, how are you? Level 25 is definitely not a noob in my perspective. That's you've got some development in there for sure. Yeah, Bunny could bring the paddle, that's for sure. See you, teacher. Mm, I definitely don't want that owl to go off. See, he's looming. I just realized that there's an owl. If that thing goes off, it's going to be bad news bears. I wish there was an easy way to kill this Athena. There we go. If owl goes off, my whole team is probably dead. Tell him that I missed diamonds. What was it that you wanted to write, Ophelia? We're on 24th. Let's roll for cups. Definitely not getting the purples in the middle of the board like I want. So he's going off a third. It's his second time. God, I hate Guinevere. This is definitely game over. I couldn't get any purples in the middle. Yeah, I'm just gonna flee. Should die. Got it that time. Oh. What do I look for first when I get a really bad board? That's a really good question. I don't think I've ever explained that, really. Um, when I get a really bad board, first and foremost, I look and see how can I make the board better. So what I mean by that, is there a move that I can go ahead and do that will create a diamond somewhere on the board? Okay, so that's the next thing I'm looking. Okay, is there a way that I can clear out tiles that are going to, like, right now, like normally I have 2 blues that I'm using because there's a lot of red tanks. So I have 2 blues that I'm going. So I try and see, can I use these tiles to bring my blues up? And then the next thing I'm looking at is, what's the move that will clear the most amount of tiles? So those are the type of things that I'm looking for with a really bad board. So this is kind of one of those boards that is not that great. But the first immediate thing that I see is the purple down instead of the purple to the right that it's suggesting, because that's also going to go ahead and clear out some blues too. So it's a move that clears 6 tiles, and I saw that immediately. So I would do that, and that hopefully cascades into other stuff. That's the thought process. So now I'm looking at it. I already have 3 into my purples. So purples could be a focus. So what can I do right now that'll potentially get it so my hero special will go off before Z-line? Because ultimately, what's going to win is having your specials go off before their specials go off. That's the biggest key. But I think that this Z-line is going to go off before I can, and unfortunately I don't have much going on with red, and my Curl is the only thing that is going to defend against Z-line, with Z-line's buff down. So this is kind of a bad position. Even if I start hammering with Hell, I'm probably going to get hit with Athena, or I'm probably going to get hit with Z-line, which is not good. So at this stage, I would look again, what can I do to clear the most tiles? It's probably that move. I've already submitted to the fact that I'm going to take a Z-line hit, unfortunately. I'm kind of close on reds, so that was helpful. Heal, remove Z-line buff. I'd really like to get purples going. Got 2 tiles before my purple goes off. I'm probably going to take another hit. Clear most tiles, that's what I saw immediately. And then now, definitely clear out these greens. This is really bad boards all around. That hurt. Taking 4 specials. So I'm a pretty firm believer that the person that wins the raids is the one that is able to fire off the most amount of specials. It's not so much the most amount of it's not so much killing first, it's whoever's able to do the most amount of specials, which is why it's super important to have fast healers. Now, I'm close to a purple diamond, and I don't know if you guys can see this, but I think I'm 3 moves away from a purple diamond. I think. Yeah. Oh, that's not what I didn't anticipate that. Missed that one. But I still got my purples up. Hopefully... I'm gonna go here. Start working reds. That was helpful. This move here potentially gives me a purple diamond. Didn't that time. Still killed. And I'm just going to, because I'm a jerk, I'm going to let Aslar's Fire kill you, Panther, because I feel like that's an appropriate way for you to die. Yeah, it was pretty unlucky boards, that first one. I'm going to see if I can get some cups. So I have a couple of options. Either I can bring the purple up, which would make it so Guinevere only needs one purple, but that negates the diamond, unfortunately. So I'm going to go there to make my diamond. Again, I prioritize the diamonds because it's going to clear out the other stuff. I'm going to hope... See, I'm trying to think, how can I make it so four gems hit Guinevere instead of 3? And I think it doesn't really matter. I'm only going to be able to go ahead and get 3 total to hit. If I go there... I think that's the best play. And then down over here. She'll go off once, but hopefully I can get some more. Clear out the middle. Try and get some purples in the middle. Don't die. Please go to the other. Nope. That was really rude. Alright. That was helpful. Don't die. Cool. Alright. I have to go there. This is the one time that I'm going to go ahead and... Because this is the only way that I can survive. I have to shut down both sides. And then hope I get lucky with getting rid of a bunch of tiles. See? So a lot of people probably thought that I had that one lost. But I had to stay patient, had to get my levels up in the middle. And then that's when, having double hell is kind of unfair. Not too bad. Got into 13th. Should we use another flask? Should we use another flask and try and go to first? It's definitely the patience, guys. You have to have patience. The board will give you stuff. And it's... a lot of people, I hear, stuff was saying, Oh, it's lucky, it's lucky, it's lucky. No. Like, you gotta be a little bit patient. Alright, we're good. Let's see if let me see who's in the leaderboard right now. 0. Might be a little bit hard to get there just because I can't steal cups from the first place person. But yeah, we'll see how far we can do it. 31, I will take it. So I'm looking, I have a potential for a yellow diamond right off the bat. Hopefully you guys see it too. In the greens, I'm going to go ahead and try and ascend, and hopefully I get a yellow. Some more raid. Yeah, ham is ahead of you. Yeah, I have a ton of ham right now. Definitely ham rich. So let's hope that I get this yellow diamond. Didn't happen. But I did get the yellow diamond there. And a red diamond. So let's hope that this will kill Little Miss Guinevere with the reds. Which actually, if I click the red diamond, can I do red diamond into purple? I don't think it will. But this will hit purple into reds, which red will be 2. Let's see. Nope, didn't kill. But we will go ahead and do a red diamond, which should bring up Bold Tusk. And then now we'll do that. So definitely gonna clear out Asarnia. Hopefully I can kill it, which actually I don't think it will kill it, unfortunately. Which kind of stinks, to be honest with you. Let's hope we get lucky with this green going off, which might give me either a purple or a red to kill Asarnia. Didn't happen. It's fine. It's not the end of the world, just kind of stinks. So Z-Line, she's so good. But we'll still come over the top. I think it's fine. Hey, hello, butt face. Nice. Alright, so we jumped to 6th. Alright. God, this is so bad. Rolling on those when I'm looking for... Actually, alright, I can't not go after this. Now, hell is, Hell is a decently difficult team in general for me. I'm just going to do what I normally do. So the reason why I have this set up here is so that Bold Tusk and Curl are on the left and the right, and that makes it so that no matter where Hell shoots off her first special, I have another healer that I can go ahead and level up, or like get the special up, so I don't miss it. So not the greatest of board, to be honest with you. It's actually pretty bad. But I do have something that is going to clear out 9 tiles. So it's this green in the third row to the right, the green with the blue. If I do that down, it's going to bring the purple up. It's going to blow out that, and then it's going to bring the greens up, which will blow out those. So right off the bat, not a great board, but I'm going to go ahead and clear the most tiles. Which gave me a diamond, which is pretty cool. I knew all of that was going to happen besides the diamond. And then this, if I click the diamond, it's going to get rid of all the greens, and then it's also going to shoot up a red. So now I'm assessing, all right, what do I have? So I'm probably going to make a red dragon. So I'll have Bold Tusk at least ready to go before Hell goes off, because I don't think I can't prevent a Hell from going off. Normally I like to either blind it or I'd like to use my Hell, but at this point I have to submit to the fact that I'm just going to get held. So I'm okay with that. That's not the end of the world. And then hopefully this blue tile will potentially kill Hell or get me close. Nope. But that will kill it. So now I'm assessing what can I do right now that will make it so my stuff will go off. The problem that I have right now is I have Mush about to go off as well as Athena is about to go off. So I would really like to have either my reds or my blues. Neither one of those are close. This is not looking good, guys. This is not looking good. So I think I'm going to go here. I'm probably going to click the dragon, which will fire up the Alina going off beforehand. Alright, don't die. Alright. We have faith. I was pretty lucky that I killed Athena, or Alina going off beforehand. So now I've got lots of work to do on that Albie. I don't want to throw any tiles at Albie right now. That'll clear the most. And now we just hope that I don't get Albied. Alright, we live to see another day. That was quite annoying. Trying to clear stuff out to make anything decent with the colors that I have. Hopefully this diamond will help. It's not looking good, guys. Losing both my Hell and my That's helpful. Don't go off, dang it. Ugh. That's aggravating. We lost so many cups on that. Charge up second. Hell charge. Close. Not gonna really mess with that side. I'm just gonna build up over here. How much time? 3 turns left. Do I want to do it? Yeah, whatever. I'll throw it in. All right. Yeah, hell of a tank, that's for sure. So Alina over Marjana. Marjana is actually a pretty solid tank. They're both really good. Thanks, Torturous. I appreciate it. Marjana is very beefy. The only thing with like, for instance, you just saw it with that Alina being over there flanking was completely non-factor. Complete non-factor. Because I can just completely avoid that side. Now, with Alina going off as a tank, very difficult to overcome. The problem is that she is kind of squishy and she can die. But if she goes off, she goes off. But Mariana does make a solid tank as well. I give a slight edge when it in terms of tanks. I give a slight edge for Alina. In terms of heroes, Mariana is definitely a better hero. So rolling for cups. So right now I'm looking at all the ways that I can potentially get purple to make a purple diamond. And this will give me a purple diamond. See, most people would have kind of missed that, but I saw it right off the bat. How can I turn this into a purple diamond? We're going to clear out. First, I'm going to remove their buffs. I'm going to go and I'm going to kill this left side. Get rid of your debuff. Try and get a purple over here. There we go. Hey Rui, how are you? How much time and how much money have I already spent in the game? I've spent probably, this is since almost a year, so about 10 months, probably close to about $600 to $700 in the game is my estimate. Time is a ton of time. I can't even tell you. I mean, here I am streaming. I've been on this for 2 hours, just hanging out with you guys just today. So quite a bit of time for sure. When I talk about tanks, do I difference between war and regular PvP tanks? Pretty close to the same. I would say that the best tanks in war are probably pretty close to the best tanks in PvP. We thought about making a defensive log or a defensive war grade on our list, but it was too close and too similar, if that makes sense. And it just depends on your war strategy as well too. So I would hope that you make a war strategy between your alliance to figure out what works the best. Not the greatest of boards, but if I make this blue diamond, that'll at least give me 1 blue. Clears the most. I could clear 6 down with the green and the yellows, but I think I'm just gonna go there. Which definitely didn't give me the move that I wanted, because I was hoping to clear more tiles. If I get this yellow and I move this yellow, it will potentially kill the Guinevere because I have a decent chance of getting a purple down where that red currently is. Didn't quite happen that way, but we'll still kill Guinevere. I'm gonna go here. And I will pass on Magni going off. Hey, what's up, Tyler? How are you, buddy? You know what's funny is that the one raid that I needed to win was the one where I went for hams instead of cups. 22nd, gosh. So I'm getting revenged a ton. That's what's happening, I'm assuming. Yeah, Felix revenged me, Bolo revenged me. I'm like, why aren't my raids 34, 35. That's pretty good. So your strat more is definitely stalling out the enemy. Our alliance doesn't have defensive plan because our heroes aren't big enough yet. Yeah, I mean it's all dependent on you. Yeah, we have a very different war strategy than a lot of people. I've definitely noticed that. Don't have the greatest boards. Try and push purple to prevent Albie from going off. Guess we're gonna make this diamond into Albie. This person, anyways, they're a slow. Oh, I guess we'll just kill Albie instead. They were gonna go with the slow tactic as far as just having all their healers stay alive and heal everybody. Kind of negated that plan on them. That's actually a pretty cool defense. It's quite interesting. All right, well, we made a push. We got into 6th place, and then I started getting revenged. When you start getting revenged, that's when you have issues. But there's a chance that people will attack me and try and revenge, and they'll lose, and that might push me close into first. But getting into 10th, not too bad. It was pretty far up. Usually I don't try and make pushes to like first place unless I'm in like 50th place and I have like full raid, because what ends up happening is when you start raiding, people start attacking you. So yeah, cool. So I think I'm actually probably gonna call this a wrap on the stream for sure. I appreciate it, Ezekiel. Thanks for stopping by. Do you guys have any last minute questions or anything like that before we head out and close the stream out? What's that, Rui? Sure. So Rui says, can you please read the questions when you interact with the chat? Since I'm at work, I like to listen like a podcast. Sure. Yeah. No. I'll try and get into that to that mode as far as reading the questions rather than just answering them. That's why I kind of listen like a podcast. Okay. Cool. Yeah. I'll try and do a better job of that. I appreciate any feedback like that. That definitely helps for sure. So questions for sure, I'll try and do a better job as far as reading them before I answer them. It's Definitely takes getting used to, I'll tell you that. Especially like the event was hell for me. Going through the event and doing the event and also streaming for you guys. Because you're trying to concentrate on the actual game, but then you actually have to keep you have to be engaging with you guys as well, keeping everything like that. And then you're also making sure you're reading the chat and stuff like that too. So it's it's fun. It's fun for me to try and figure out new ways that I can kind of stretch on this. But yeah, cool. Does anybody have any last minute questions or anything like that? I unfortunately can't read your Spanish question. I'm trying to decipher it. I speak a little bit of Spanish. Somebody else can probably decipher Sonia's question in there. Rui, thanks. I appreciate you translating. Something about 4-star troops. That's kind of what I got out of it, Buttface. Something about 4-star troops. Can you train 4-star troops? Yes, you can train 4-star troops. So I'll show you right now troops if I wanted to. I've got this 4-star troop, which actually is pretty close to leveling, but I'm not going to use any of those. But yeah, you can definitely train 4-star troops. I don't have a ton of troops to train with right now. I'm kind of troop poor. Thanks, Chrysler. I appreciate it. I think the real question is if you can train like heroes. So I guess you may be asking, differentiating between should you train heroes over troops? Maybe that's the question. I would recommend training the heroes above the troops. Definitely have more of a priority doing hero training versus troop training. Maybe maybe you guys understand the question better. Troops are they cost a lot of ham to train. It's crazy. So that's why I recommend doing the heroes first, and then you can go into the. Yeah, no, there's no training camp for troops. There's definitely no training. I wish there were training camps for troops. That would be sick. That's probably a suggestion we should maybe make to the developers, because, I mean, as you can see right now, with my troops the way that they are, I have very little amount of troops left. And that happened once I got my 4-star blue. I was able to use a lot of my blues that I had. Yeah, the only way that you can get new troops is either to be purchasing them with the epic troop summons or finding them while farming. That's the only two methods that you can get new troops. And then also from the random tokens, like the daily summon tokens, you can also get troops in here. But that's pretty much it. So if you see anybody with high leveled, because because I've never really done a ton of troop summons. If you see anybody with very high level troops, it's because they've went ahead and they've invested in epic troop summons, and then they've been using their ham to level them up. Or they do a ton of farming. This might be... I'll do a Google Translator, I guess. Spanish. And just so you guys, for future reference, it definitely helps if you do speak another language, that you do have this be in English, because I'm not the best. All right. Come out is here to train for... I'll see what you guys go ahead and say in the chat. I guess I'll let you guys handle that. That's Portuguese? Oh, he's Portuguese. Yeah, I know Portuguese and Spanish are pretty close. So there's no way to get 4-star level troops from farming. The only way that you can get 4-star level troops is from the tokens, either the epic troop tokens or the epic rolls. That's the only way that you can get 4-star troops. So if you want 4-star troops, you got to start doing these, or get the tokens. Any Germans in my alliance? Yes, we have a few Germans. Actually, Lady was just on here. She's in our alliance. Mickey, I believe, is German. I know Jazz is German as well. So Lady, Mickey, and Jazz are German. Siggy might be. Chef is Polish. We've got quite a few Europeans in the alliance, for sure. Keg might be as well. Yeah, we've got quite a few Germans, actually. Oh, and I know Rilf is German too. Can you raise the troops? No, you can't. There's no farm for troops. No problem, Sonia. Hopefully I answered your question. All right, so I'm gonna do probably 2 more farm levels, and then I'm gonna head out of this. If you got last minute questions, would definitely be the time to ask them before we end out our day. It's a possibility that maybe tomorrow morning I'll do this. Liv will be back with me tomorrow, so maybe I'll wait till the night. I might be able to do some streaming in the night tomorrow. If you guys are enjoy having my daughter on the stream, I know she's been on it. She won't be able to do Titan hits, which thank God I won't have to use any of my flasks with her. But maybe we can do some event challenges to where she can play and try and do some stuff while I answer your questions, potentially. But she will be with me tomorrow. That's awesome. I'm glad that Billy, you said that 12.9 has been a better farm level than 8.7. Yeah, I like it. I like 12.9 for sure. Basilisk, all right, tell her tomorrow night. It'll probably be, my guess is tomorrow night, 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So you should raise Z-Line to level 80. Rui, if your question is, should you bring her to 70 or Guardian Falcon to 70? One of the two. It's very strange that you're choosing between the two. I would say, what's best root farming? I don't know. Root is very, very difficult to determine. It's kind of all over the place. I found quite a bit of roots in 12.9. I should be okay. I think last time I got probably close to 300 roots within a month. So it's been okay for me over there in 12.9. So Z-Line, if you're differentiating between the two, I would ask you how many tonics you have. If you're close to having 6 tonics, then I would probably prioritize Z-Line. If not, Guardian Falcon to 70 is really good against Green Titans. So you'll probably, but Z-Line is actually really good in offensive raids, even at 70. So she's pretty good too. So it depends on what you're trying to raise up. If you're trying to get better in Titans, and more specifically Green Titans, then I would choose Falcon. If you're trying to get better in raids, then Z-Line is still very good in raids. Have I done the math value benefit versus 8.7 versus 12.9? The issue is that they nerf and they change their algorithms so much. So 8.7 used to be a premier place to farm, but they nerfed it. So we have done in the past of doing it for sure. Revelate, who actually just left the Alliance, he had a huge spreadsheet. I think he did he took data from 1,000 runs, something crazy like that, and was able to compare and contrast. But I don't think that data holds up as much anymore. I know that in the forums there's a farming guide that talks about it, but like I said, with them nerfing and changing their algorithms on farms, there's no clear-cut place. Yeah, so the recruits are close. The reason why I like 12.9 over 8.7 is because of the ability to obtain more Dragon Bones and more nuggets. I think actually, the other day I have a screenshot. I'll have to look for it, but I found it was 3 nuggets and 2 backpacks and something else, just on one single 12.9. It was pretty sick. How do you get legendary heroes? Legendary heroes are I've been running TC20, and I think I've gotten a total of 4 in the last 3 months from Training Camp 20. Other than that, I've spent money on rolls, and I've acquired them that way. Adriano, VIP pass, is it worth it? 100%. VIP pass is probably the most effective use of your money in this game, buying that. Yeah, you sacrifice your pets and family members for hero rolls. No, the reason why VIP pass is so important is because of the second builder. So the second builder, I remember when I first started, I wasted so many gems just on trying to clear out something that I was building to start building something else because I was full on some sort of resource. So the second builder is huge, and not to mention the 30 gems every single day is it's pretty big as well. So I would not discount doing it at all. See, look at that, 117 loss. Everybody, Revenge and Maybach. Yeah, would definitely recommend doing it for sure. Okay, guys, well, I'm going to go ahead and head out. I will probably be back tomorrow around 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. If you want to see when my live streams are going to go, make sure you turn notifications on for me, and it will notify you when I'm going live. So, thanks, I appreciate it, Barmy. Said that the website, great work. So, cool. It's not my website. Avicious did build it, but yeah, guys, make sure you turn notifications on for me, and it'll let you know when I'm actually live streaming. So, cool. All right. Well, you guys have a great rest of your day. I appreciate all the new people on here, and I'll talk to you guys all soon. Have a good one.